Hey, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these very, very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. It's always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up, strap in. We have another hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. We're just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And folks, we have a massive issue going on right now with the U.S. housing market. Buckle up and strap in. This is insanity. Are you seeing the things that are going on out there? My goodness, folks, this is getting very, very serious. But we're going to do our best to be a level-headed realist, temperature check this one, and bring some clarity to it so we're not paralyzed by fear, panicking in what's about to be unleashed. And folks, the writing is purely on the wall now. This is in fact playing out in front of our very eyes. You know, from the beginning of this channel, which I'm pretty new to YouTube, really, is I just knew immediately when the housing market exploded, it didn't pass the smell test, that we would pay the piper and the dust would settle and there will be blowback from this. And we're seeing it all play out right now. This was an artificially produced housing market due to government stimulus and stimulus measures, all stemming from what? That's right, a health pandemic was utilized to do this. We avoided a recession by pouring stimulus money into the economy, and now we've put ourselves in depression risk. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And we've talked about this, folks. This is purely from kicking the can down the road. We let this one get away from us. I think you may, I don't know about you guys, but you're about to learn. In the beginning of the pandemic, there was a lot of talks of a V-shaped recovery. It would be a sharp decline, and this would be transitory, and we'd come right back. Well, that's not, in fact, what happened at all, is it? No, it is not. We created a K-shaped recovery. The top people got richer while the bottom people got poorer. The middle class was in the middle, and they've been squashed. Insanity. Are you seeing these things, folks? Are you understanding what we're talking about here today? I really hope you are. Listen, folks, as a level-headed realist, boots on the ground, licensed realtor who saw this one take off, and it was just head-spinning, mind-boggling. Like, I couldn't believe the herd mentality, the FOMO. Was insanity, and consumer confidence has dropped off a cliff. It's insane. I can't believe the things that I continue to have to come report on. It's still shocking to me. It's very, very shocking. But, you know, again, we always will get out of the problem and in the solution. And the first step of getting past a problem, admit there's a problem. And folks, the writing is on the wall. I've talked about this. When you see the heaviest hitters, the richest people in the world, leaving the markets, getting on the sidelines, heavier in cash than they've ever been. But we've created this, oh my gosh, thanks to our digital diet, this environment where everybody wants to play investor. Everybody's in the stock market. Artificially produced stock market, artificially produced housing market. And now we've created a society that doesn't want to work, they want to stay at home, and they want to play investor. It's insane, insanity. Right now, the level-headed realists, the ones that got on the sidelines, the ones that played it safe in the biggest housing bubble ever recorded in world history, I believe are going to win. I mean, how could you not win? What's the worst that can happen? You played it safe? Oh my God, you're an idiot. No, the people that went all in on these asset classes have their necks so far out. And guess what? I've talked about this before. As soon as mainstream media starts uttering the words recession, it's over. And guess what, folks? It's happening now. It's over. The federal government just came on, Jerome Powell, and uttered the words recession. What happened now? Mainstream media is inviting people like me and others to come onto their shows and talk about the potential of recession, and it's over. As soon as mainstream media grabs it, it is over. But the reality are this, folks. So I don't know about you. Just the other day, I was watching some television or YouTube, I guess, and I saw a commercial for a lending company offering some teaser rate, 1.75 interest rate. Like that's grasping at straws. That is in fact a teaser rate, balloon payment, adjustable rate, ARM mortgage being offered now. They are grasping at straws, trying to do anything they can to ride this one out. And it's doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. That is, in fact, I have a lot of people like 2008 was different. It was because of the lending industry. Well, welcome back. You're back in it. It's playing out. But this one now is much worse because it became way more euphoric this time. Anytime home sales, well, first of all, anytime you put the housing market in a bubble, whether it's manufactured or organic, it doesn't matter. You're in a bubble. Real estate has always cycled, booms and busts. It's always happened. Whether your area or neighborhood overheated as much as the other, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The economy, when we get into a recession, is going to touch every city in America. Why? Because it comes down to the psychology of people, the psychology of sales. They no longer are comfortable, and just because everybody else is doing it, they will too. They will recess, whether they have money or not. But the reality is many people are living paycheck to paycheck with no savings, and their inflation is now killing them. I was showed a property the other day. Person wanted to buy this overpriced house, asked for a showing, gave it, and they've been, for 25 years, been commuting an hour to their job, a school teacher, commuting to their job, and they're like, we want to move closer to work. You've been commuting for 25 years. Their gas is killing them to the point where they're ready to go overpay for a house to try to make, it's insanity. God, it's insane because it's not going to help them. You're going to overpay for a house or overpay for gas. Take your pick your poison. That is in the environment that's currently going on out there. So folks, I just got to cut through the noise and the chatter. This is obviously, I'm very passionate about this because you're getting a guy that lived through a housing bubble before. There's so many people. I show a lot of property to millennials because they've never lived through a housing downturn. They're drinking the Kool-Aid, this invest, climate, buy the dip mentality. I see a lot of these rainbows and sunshine content creators. And they're even starting to wake up a lot of them. It'll come down to herd mentality. The realities are, folks, what we're seeing now is lending is in massive trouble. I talked to lenders recently as an industry guy that are coming out of their mouth in sales meetings. Hey, just so you know, guys, we're seeing some recessionary signs in the lending department. Right? Get out of the way. Let's talk about listings. More cheerleading takes place. People ignoring it. People in the industry drinking the Kool-Aid too. I've talked to a couple old school agents that absolutely, I'll say, hey, what do you think about this housing market? Do you think it can sustain itself? No, it's always cycled. Real estate's always cycled. This is, bubbles historically crash. And anytime, well, we could talk about the yield curve and the bond market and this and that. We can analyze the tea leaves until the cows come home. You don't have to. This is basic mathematics, basic economics. And anytime you produce a housing bubble, which is fast appreciation rates in a short period of time, then you don't stop there. This isn't a garden variety bubble. This is a super bubble. We went above and beyond appraised values, pumping up the housing market. And lenders are no longer willing to lend on over asking price properties. They never were. You had to come up with more money. You had to make up the difference. So what did people do? They bought in the bubble. They went above and beyond, but they didn't stop there. Then they started renovating the home, doing cash out refis. This thing, this is insanity. Are you seeing this stuff, folks? So as I come to you today, I want to continue to just, in final thoughts, you have to understand what's going on here. This is playing out right in front of us. I want to congratulate anybody that's stuck with this channel. We've talked about it, and I know this has been hard because I started sounding this alarm almost from day one of the buying herd euphoria taking place and letting people know this is unorganic growth. The dust will settle. There will be blowback, and we will pay the piper. I said that from day one, and it's happening all in front of us. And just watch as mainstream media starts to now report on recessionary pain, and we're experiencing it. It's just the reality, and people can no longer afford their cost of living. Something has to give. And when you have lending down, sales down, and inventory about to flood the market, buckle up, strap in. It's going to be a wild ride, and I'm going to be right here to help many people in every stage of whatever. You're safe on the sidelines or you just bought. I will do my best to come offer solutions. And the first step to getting past a problem, admit there's a problem. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like more access to me, along with other channels I've appeared on. I think you'll love if you're watching. From your television set today, another video is in your screen at this time. I think you'll enjoy it, along with an easy subscribe button for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count. We'll see you on the next video.